Good morning. How are you guys? Today we're going to be talking about two things, testosterone and vasopressin. Testosterone, what it does for men in puberty specifically, it stimulates the rapid growth of male brain circuits that were formed before he was born. So anything that's subconscious before the prefrontal cortex developed, that is what the testosterone is going to be activating. For example, the sexual parts of your brain to make you more sexual active. It's in the sexual pursuit circuits. That's what it's called in the books. And it's in the hypothalamus. So it grows twice as large than women, which I didn't know. And that's why men are deemed more sexual beings than women. And it also enlarges the testicle, activates the growth of muscles and bones, makes beard and pubic hair grow, deepen his voice, and lengthen and thicken the penis. Okay, so it does all those things. So for testosterone, what you can learn from it and what you can apply to you as a teenager is that you can understand that you're going to have natural changes of the body. So you don't have to panic. You know what I'm saying? When you have your beard, you have your chest hair or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Especially I've noticed a lot of people get made fun of in middle school and in high school about their beard. Maybe they have like a small mustache or whatever and it looks kind of weird or whatever. Just understand it's a natural part of growing. It's a natural part of being human. And nobody should demonize that natural part of being human, right? And you shouldn't give any value to people that demonize that portion of existence. And also for women, it's actually a good thing to understand that men are more promiscuous, so that it's like they don't perceive them as being pervy. It's just a natural biological inclination to be more sexually active than women. So that's the issue what I've seen in society currently. It's like I feel like a lot of women just like put labels on men and say, oh, they're pervy, they're creepy. But really what women don't understand is that we our eyes adapted over time from evolutionary biology because we were made to hunt, so we pick up on movement a lot better. We have a better, I forgot what's the scientific biological factors that make our eyes better, but we just have better eyesight, and that we can absorb. We allow more of the image into our eyes, or the more of the immediate environment into our eyes, into our consciousness. That's actually a better way to put it. So that's something that should also be considered in a modern society. And then the other thing that I want to discuss, which is the second part, is vasopressin and how it can help with relationships with parents specifically. So what most parents don't understand is that vasopressin is a chemical that's released, and what it does is it makes you very territorial. Okay, it actually comes from if the way I think about it comes from evolutionary biology. It comes from a time when you were likely to be killed for somebody to be taking your mate, or somebody's moral. If actually, that's not the. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. Let me think. Okay, I'm not gonna explain that part yet, but what I'm gonna explain is that it does make you more territorial. So it's like you want more privacy. So if you were more used to a parenting style, where your parents always just walked in your room, or without knocking, or maybe even like your parents always want to know what's going on about your life. Parents need to understand that children become more and more private with their information. They're going to become more private with their physical aspects of their life. They're probably going to be in their room more. They're going to probably less having didn't want to sit with the family. You know what I'm saying? So don't take that as a sign of, oh, they hate you or whatever. It's like, no, their body and brain is literally changing and it's adapting to become a man. In this case, right? So to become a man in this case, so it's like then they don't hate you. They're not trying to cause trouble. Now it's just like this is just they don't even understand what's going on, and they're just going based off how they feel, and feelings change from second to second. So it's like one second you can feel very angry and you don't want to talk to your mom or your dad, whatever, and then the next second they can feel okay, I want to talk to them. So just be aware of that as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of parents have to understand that they were that at one point they had no emotional regulation. They were very aggressive. They're very angry. They might have been perceived as disrespectful, and they just have to learn like that's a natural part of life, and you are there to guide them. You know, actually, there's a part in the book that I really like. It's like it talks about like authoritative parenting instead of authoritarian parenting, which is like you let them be free, but you still keep a watch. You know what I'm saying? So you let them basically explore, and if you see them getting near the fire, basically like from a child's perspective, obviously we're not going to apply this to teens, but from a child's perspective, you let them roam, right? And if you see them about to touch a fire, you obviously step in because that's a life-threatening situation, or it could potentially be a life-threatening situation. So in this case, maybe it's not so much as like you're gonna be walking to the fire or maybe touching a fire, but it's more like in the sense of like maybe the child chooses a group of friends that you are already aware of, and they may have certain behaviors that you don't want your child to adopt. You know what I'm saying? So you're protecting them from a life of suffering. And they may not even know it. You know what I'm saying? They may not know it in the moment, but later on they'll become aware of it. So yeah, I want you guys to focus on those two hormones, testosterone and vasopressin, and how they can affect relationships and how you can actually improve your relationship by understanding what is going on in the body of your child, as well as with your peers. You know what I'm saying? So you're not quick to judge and be like, oh, this person started yelling at me one day, so you know what? He's a bad person. Nah. He could be a bad person. Not he could be an angry person. That day doesn't make him a bad person, because you are the sum of your actions. So be aware of that stuff. That's all we gotta say for today, guys. Have a great day.